Well, we're about to be getting into this. The map is going to be train. VP over on the CT side, and MVP. Well, the buying going to consist of some utility on solo, everyone else with armor. For VP, it's just going to be armor across the board, and initially stacking 4 players over here towards A. Pasha does lie in wait. Corsi underperformed yesterday. Wasn't feeling too happy with himself. Now, he's about to have 4 players walk into his crosshair. As they line up, pushes in with 1 and a second. He is going to go down. Solo's able to trade. Still the man advantage taken by VP. Pasha's already done more than enough in this round.
Yeah, somewhat surprised we don't see the T's just look to try and barrel on towards this B side, at least get themselves a bomb plant, but they do have a decent amount of utility. I'm looking at Solo to think maybe that Molotov would have been used for the connector if they had been able to just aggressively push, but thus far, not seeing too much. Now the T's hoping that there's been a rotation back, but already the CTs are waiting. Bialy won't be able to connect the shot, although the bomb is still yet to be crossed over towards the side. The Molotov will be using the connector, but Neo is already here and waiting. Shoots down and first, looking for Zion, but fails. However, Mihu is there. Bialy combines with him as well, and it will be VirtusPro to win themselves a pistol. No bomb plant. In fact, the bomb actually went fairly aggressive towards the end of that round. And now, well, the T side will be looking to try and get themselves that force by victory. Glow straight in with the Deagle. We'll see how much they actually do invest into this round, or if they are going to look to try and save themselves a little bit of money. In fact, they're actually not going to buy any armor or much at all. There's going to be plenty of money saved. T-side clearly making sure that they have all of that extra money. Even if they got a bomb plant in this round, they probably have enough for an early round buy, which could be an interesting prospect for MVP. I'm not sure that's what they've planned, but definitely could be something. Already lots of damage done onto Mihu, but he will still win that opening duel, make himself a tasty $600. On the other side, we've got Neo aggressive with the scout. He is the only man over towards this B site, but obviously being so aggressive, he has any information to call in rotations if needed.
Yeah, we're going to go and tag Zeph up with the skip. Does fall away from a B. I don't even know how that happened. I don't even think there was anyone nearby.
He disobeyed him.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty ruthless over there towards B. Fairly cutthroat industry. Solo. He's going to go down. Neo finds him. It doesn't manage to get Mihu. That will be a second round for VP.
Yeah, and now, okay. Hello. This is different. They actually saved that extra money to go for a Galil buy. This could catch them off guard. It's surprising. I'll give them that. Not conventional. Especially if you don't, obviously, the norm is to get a bomb plant, but yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking MVP trying to be a little bit spicy with their buys. Again, it's not something that will be expected. The question is, can they make it work? Because if not, they're going to leave themselves in a bit of a detriment early on. Yeah,
the devastating thing, usually when teams take a gamble like this, it's a player like Snacks with the MP9 who just tears them apart in the beginning. He only gets 1, and Galil is going to be picked up, but it's always devastating seeing the SMGs do damage. Now, 4 on 4, they were able to find the trade. MVP gonna stack up over here towards this B-bomb site. Glow looks to go ahead and join them. Looking a little bit confused as to where it is they do want to go, hoping that VP make a play somewhere, go for some sort of information, and the man who's going to be doing exactly that is Bialy. He's down in pop. About to have 2 players come his way. They're going to throw out the smokes. The wall does go down. Bialy, he's found them both. Glow and Zeph, both falling at the server. Now it's Zion able to find himself one. Still has to go for the bomb. Neo watching from the bomb train, gonna make things tricky. Zion 1v3. Neo just toying with him here to buy time.
Oh, there's a Molotov on the bomb as well. This is just mean from VirtusPro. They've made things pretty much impossible. Does some damage and a couple of low players as well, but the force buy doesn't work out. The real question I'm asking is that something they do against a lesser opposition and that's why they're trying it because it worked? Or is it something that they're throwing in because they know they're like a clear underdog and they want to try something risky? Either way, it's a little bit worrying because I want to see MVP play their own game. So if that is something that they do all the time, then okay, fine. But if it's something they're just doing versus VirtusPro, if you look at just Tyloo, for example, they didn't do stuff like that. They played their own game. They tried to win using their buys. They actually saved an awful lot of money. Like, there were some saves that even I sort of questioned with Tyloo because I was thinking, wow, they really want to get all that extra utility. MVP have tried something a little bit different early on. It hasn't worked, unfortunately. And now they've given VirtusPro the chance to make a large amount of money in this round already. Looking like they're not going to lose a single player unless HSK can find somebody here. And nope, Neo is not going to allow it. 4-0. VirtusPro already with plenty of cash in the bank. In fact, I think everybody's over that 5,000 marker. Although Snacks is actually going to pick up an AWP. He's had enough of the SMG. He knows that there's a buy coming in this round. It will be nades galore for the T's and AK-47s onto every single player. So definitely the best buy we've seen. However, even if VirtusPro lose this round, there's still going to be a buy in the next round comfortably.
Looks like might see something a bit faster coming in as Zeph tries to clear out Pop. Going to be 4 players out here towards a 4VP. MVP, you're going to start to push on in. The bomb plant can actually go down any second now. Pasha going to try making his way through the smoke. Spots out there. Doesn't quite deny the bomb plant. That's messy from Pasha. But it is all on HSK. Snacks finds him. Double kill at the end of the AWP. Defuse is going to come on in and VP will find themselves a 5th round.
Yeah, definitely a little bit messy, but the fact that VirtusPro can have those sort of mistakes and still be winning the rounds is a bit worrying for the Korean side. We are going to have buy back in. Of course, the bomb plant will enable AKs across the board. Nades once again. The CT side obviously still making up even more money. Neo currently sat at $10,000. Molotov not quite hitting its mark, and the T's this time are going to be towards that upper B spot. They're going to use drop down, but already Snacks. He's been aggressive so far. I think he is one of the people just thinking, okay, I'm better than these guys. I'm going to keep taking these aggressive fights. This time they will get rid of Bialy, however, and Patch is going to run in Zeph with a nice double entry over towards this A side of the map. And there's actually only one more player here. It's Mihu. Rotation will be coming back from Snacks with the AWP. And leave Neo fairly aggressive towards the B side of the map, but the T's have slowed right down. They're not going to re-aggress just yet. They know they've got the advantage. Still a little bit wary of that B position because of how aggressive Snacks was earlier in the round. This time, though, they are going to have this spot for free. There's a minute left on the clock. Neo makes his way back on towards the B site, and actually Snacks looked somewhat tempted to do the same, but it is going to be a hit towards A. Pop Dog taken, however the smoke once again denies them any further presence, and we're sort of looking at Zine to see, can he get Mihu out of this position?
That smoke going to start to fade. Mihu backs away. Seconds. MVP, they've left this down to the wire. They're going to start to make their way in. 15 seconds. That bomb has to go down. They've got themselves the man advantage. The bomb plant's going to come in, and Snacks won't be able to deny it. Playing in the retake now. 3 versus 4. Mihu. The man to try and make the magic happen. The latest addition to VirtusPro. Does find damage on the HSK. They keep pushing in. Mihu falls. Neo able to trade. It is just Snacks and Neo left. They have to get on the bomb any second now. Zein's allowed to sneak on by. Neo taps the bomb. He comes out. Spray transfer. Snacks able to get one. Time's ticked very low. He has to go on out for this. And Zein's able to find him. MVP get themselves their first round.
He was looking the bomb in the eye as that went off. Zein very close to going down. Wanted to try and retrieve that AWP, but doesn't quite manage it. And with him being the only survivor in their first round victory, there is a chance for VirtusPro to send them straight back down to scraps. Double AWP setup will be brought in. Pasha will be picking up the secondary and looking to play just aggro towards that T-main spot. Again, in the initial round, we are going to see the T side up towards that B side of the map. There isn't any aggression this time. Neo the furthest forward around that ramp spot. Isn't going to be able to find anything just yet. Def. Let's go look for that open. He needs to make sure he checks, but there's the pop flash. Neo will be hit through the wall, but just looks to fall back, and straight away Pasha is on that rotation. VirtusPro not going to allow any sort of explosion towards this B site without multiple players being here. Still, obviously some players waiting around the other side of the map just to make sure that VirtusPro aren't allowed to take too much map control. Although it is worth saying that the CT side, or the T side, sorry, really haven't used Ivy at all. Either way, push towards the site. Neo in the corner already, drops the bomb. A second found as well. Jumping down, looks for the third. Zeph will eventually trade with a bit of a messy spray. However, is left onto him, and Zein hits the headshot this time. Turning things back into a 3 versus 2, and also look at the position of Zein. He was the man waiting in A main. He's looking to sneak back in from behind. His teammate's just waiting. He's hoping that Zein will make the play, but Mihu will overwhelm him anyway, and I think Snacks is definitely aware of the possibility of that push from behind. VP bounce back. Again, 3 players survive, and now the T's, remember, 1 man survived in the previous round. The money is just not there.
Yeah, that reset's going to be good for VP. Building this confidence up. I mean, MVP are a team that they should beat. But as we saw with Tyloo, when the underdog teams start to get the momentum behind them, anything can happen. Solo. He's going to go down. I was thinking maybe we would have seen something from there. Was kind of gearing up for it, but the flash was perfect. Zeph going to go ahead and leave him. Four players in A for VP. And right now, MVP, they would be happy with so much as a bomb plant. But really, I mean, with what they've invested, that might be a bit ambitious. Perhaps some damage. Pasha is here. Whoop! He spotted them. He knows they're close. Mihu's there to help out. Zein's going to go ahead and get rid of him. Now he's got the AWP, and that's dangerous. Snacks is in with one more out to Zeph. HSK. He's able to get close, but not close enough. The Glock is tricky. Zein's got the AWP.
That was very well timed. Throws the AWP away. Just going to be a little bit irritating, really. I'm interested to see if they'll go for the Galil, like, force buy again, or if they are just going to go for some more pistols. Because once again, it's one of those scenarios where I feel like either they weren't sure whether they were going to force into this round and are making the decision now, or just didn't really know how much money they were going to have. Because you sort of hope that if you're going to do this sort of buy, you would have just invested all at the same time in the last round and maybe had higher chance of actually doing some damage, rather than like across 2 rounds with 2 weaker buys. But either way, only a small amount invested for MVP. They are, as said, going to have a buy into the next round with 2,400. They can get the AWP in play if they want it. I'm hoping that will make an appearance. It's been deadly so far for the CT side. That nade should... No, actually, it doesn't do anywhere near as much as I was thinking it would. And, well, CT side, again, chance to build up some money. They've had a couple of close rounds, so they are going to want to get that cash flowing once again. Zine, well, not going to allow them to keep it flawless. And Snacks, just for safety reasons, going to switch over to the M4. Fairly simple kill. And the remaining two players, both towards this upper B spot. Nade going to be thrown out. This is basically just like the weakest form of fake ever. Attempting to try and just bait them into thinking. And to be fair, it's at least kept two players over towards that side of the map. However, when you look at the position of Bialy, I feel like a chance of a bomb plant is slim to none. Like, he's just around the site itself, defending that bomb train. He doesn't want to allow MVP to get any extra money, and rightly so. And they are actually going to go back towards Ivy here, not leaving themselves with a huge amount of time. And the worst case scenario would be dying after time here, because they have nothing. So it's either just run onto that site, get a bomb plant, or just die. Like, you don't want to do anything else.
Snacks going to get caught out. It is the round for VP. Snacks is having a bit of a field day right now, 14-2 up. And for MVP, they are struggling.
Yeah, 8-1. Not really doing that much damage in the last couple of rounds, so money is starting to build up for VirtusPro. Double op setup will remain once again. And yeah, that sort of one and done round really does hurt you when it comes to economy. Snacks will miss the opener. It's a much faster play, at least from Glow. The rest of the team fairly passive. He's just trying to make some noise on his own. Somewhat disjointed strategy, hoping that he can maybe open something up. Now the rest of the team join him, but they're being slaughtered one by one. Pasha's come to life in this round. 3 kills with the AWP. And Zine a bit late to the party and will have to exit as well. 9-1. VirtusPro utterly dominant. And MVP are going to take themselves a pause. Tactical, of course. And I think it's needed. So far, they've had nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't really know what you do if you're MVP here. You're just running into a brick wall. And no matter where they've gone, nothing's really working. They've had a decent bit of success down towards Ivy. Maybe we'll see them do something more with that. Or maybe just go as simple as a fast B. I think that's always a good way of gauging, like, you know, how... The B bomb site is usually one you can get the bomb down on. Yeah, it takes a very minimal amount of utility, a very minimal amount of effort as well. You just smoke off ramp, go for the push. There might be a guy holding close, but you know it's going to be a 1v5, so you can just use your numbers to overwhelm them. And you know it's a good way of feeling out how good your opponent is in the retake as well, and a guaranteed $800.
Yeah, and I do think as well with the Ivy stuff, a lot of it's been like maybe a late lurk, and that will net them a kill. They haven't actually really gone for like the Ivy split on towards the A site. This time looking like they are going to be setting up just a couple of nades. It's like, in these sort of rounds, they're still saving an awful lot of money. They've got max loss bonus coming in, so it will be the best buy they have. And while Zine just walks straight into the hands of Snacks, his teammates meeting the same fate. He's looking to just pad his stats a little bit here. Snacks already picking up 3 kills. 1 man left, hits the shot. Mihu will take it away. 10-1. Now the money is just ludicrous for VirtusPro. Everybody over like $7,000. They're not going to have any trouble buying into the next couple of rounds. And MVP have made things a lot more difficult for themselves. They've got to get back into this now. And, well, if things don't work, double orb T-side, I guess. I suppose both those players only have 1 kill, so... and nothing's working for them anyway, so might as well go for something a bit audacious.
Yeah, Snacks is going to try to go aggressive down here, and this is something that VP haven't really been doing. So, doesn't actually catch MVP off guard. They managed to dodge that threat. Pasha is waiting in B. Bialy's rotated around. They are anticipating it's going to be a B play, and that's something you kind of be a bit weary of if you are VirtusPro. Is MVP just going, you know, balls to the wall with the aggression. Not the case. They're still playing this very, very slow style. Not sure that's doing much for them, though. I mean, they've used up most of their utility early on here. 2 flashes and Incendiary on Glow. Meanwhile, you've got the 1 flash And a smoke on at Zine as well. They've got 2 smokes left for this take. Flash goes out towards Ivy. That might be enough to rotate one of the players from B, but right now there is only Mihu and Snacks inside this A bomb site. And once again for MVP, it's a slow round. VP, despite the significant advantage, they're still playing this fairly safe. They're not giving any aggression in the way of MVP. Mihu holds, the push comes in. HSK's been able to get himself one. Now Snacks, the pressure's on. Gonna drop HSK. Zine's in the back line though. He's dropped Snacks from the equation. Pasha's in a position to trade. Zeph does manage to get the bomb down. Neo on this flank. Gonna deal with him. It is all on Zeph. He gets the first. Still 2 more players left to find. He's got to come up big in this clutch. He's gonna start to wrap around. Bialy watches the angle though, and Bialy wins the duel. They're both going to go looking for those AWPs, and that will be an 11th round for VP.
Yeah, Bomb Plan will at least give some money over to the T side to be able to buy into the next round. They could even get the AWPs again if they really wanted to, but a team ace from VirtusPro, no one really looking like they're slacking, and I guess if you're a VirtusPro fan, this is a pretty decent, well, thing to be witnessing. Like you're just seeing your team run over a team that they really should be running over. Tactical pause coming in from MVP. Yet to really see too much of them. I'm hoping that we'll get a step up. The T side has been, well, just destroyed. They haven't got anywhere near really winning a round in a long time. Like that was probably the closest that they've had. And other than that, it has just been an absolute slaughter. Somewhat what we expected from VirtusPro. But that's the thing. Like it was sort of worried me a bit that even going into this match, there was still that sort of stigma in my head. Like, oh, VirtusPro could realistically throw this away, and then you just watch them on, well, especially on Train. I feel like that's another thing. Train and VirtusPro was always the map. Whenever they played an underdog, they just destroyed them. That was just the one that you don't want to go. So maybe if we weren't, well, if we go to Inferno, we are going to Inferno. It's the 2nd map in the series. We have to go there, unless MVP are just like, nah, I've had enough. But maybe that something can go there, but then again, that's VirtusPro's pick. So it's clearly a map that even after them getting destroyed yesterday, they feel that they can come back on versus this team, and to be honest, if it's anything like this, I don't blame them.
Yeah, VP are conducting themselves well. Their performance has been pretty off the rails so far. MVP. Weary of the aggression. Mihu going to go ahead and shut down solo. Now they have to worry about the man in the backline. This is the first time VP's tried the aggression. Despite being so far ahead, they haven't gotten cocky. They haven't gotten carried away with it. Zephin's jump down. That was very bad. Had there been anyone there. But it looks like the play is going to come in towards A, and once again, it's a slow round. They're now going to start to throw in this utility. Push going to come through. Mihu's holding close. He is going to fall. Now it's Snacks. Going to reposition. HSK finds him. This round could elude VP. Bomb plant looking to come on in. Neo tries to deny it, but he can't get there in time. Position shuts down Zeph. It's HSK. He's been struggling for MVP. But with the AWP, we've seen an improvement. He's going to drop Neo now. It's a one-on-one, and Pasha, the man who struggled for VirtusPro just yesterday, has to try and clutch this out. Smokes the bomb, but the smoke has missed its mark. He's going to hop on the defuse, is sticking it, and HSK comes in from behind. He gets off the defuse. Pasha.
He doesn't know.
Pasha's, what's happening? What is going on? Oh, no. Oh, Papa, no. He didn't even know, Tom.
That was that was brilliant. Hey, he gets shot in the back and things is coming from in front of him. Well, MVP have got their 2nd round, a comical one at that. Clutched out by the AWP. But of course, there's so much money for VirtusPro to buy back in this round. 11-2. HSK will start things off again. Gets rid of Mihu, who, well, all said and done, has been fairly quiet this game. But then again, it's not really saying too much. T-side with the opener. Bialy is just going to be waiting down towards Pop. Solo trying to bait out a little bit. We'll actually throw the Pop flash in, forcing Bialy back a little bit. Snax tries to go a bit more aggressive towards this A side, and it's more of a 2-2 split, leaving a bit more of an opening over towards this A side of the map. Now, it has to be said, Snax so far has been utterly incredible, so I feel like gambling on the side that he's not on is absolutely fine. In fact, the man second on the board is Bialy with 14 and 4 as well, both, again, playing towards this A side of the map. T side, for the majority, are set up over towards B. We'll be down to somebody to actually go back and pick up the bomb, and it's looking like this is just an elaborate ruse as they do throw in all of the nades, all of the smokes go in, but Bialy shuts down both. They try and take that bomb through. He picks up the AWP, feeling confident, and catches the man as he hits the floor. It will be a couple of trades back. The time starts to tick in the favor of the CT side, as now that bomb has got to be retrieved. Now holding off the rotations, they've got smokes as well. Nade will do a lot of damage onto Zyme, who's now down to just 11 HP. However, the bomb is going to be planted. It's left onto just Glow. Now he has to try and clutch things out. Neo and Pasha don't actually know where he is as of yet, but Pasha finds the kill. 12-2, won't be missing that one. And it's going to be another round on the board and more problems for MVP. Last round of the half, of course, so they are going to be forcing into it, but there won't be AK-47s. Or maybe there'll be one, or unless they juggle a couple of rounds. And VirtusPro still firmly in the driver's seat.
I mean, they're not even in the driver's seat, Tom. Right now, they're the only ones with a car.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Like,
this was nice.
Yeah. It's a bit of a shame right now. I was hoping we'd see more of a showing from MVP. And it's hard to really pick them up because I know so little about them. I can't, you know, draw on their previous conquests. I can't. Yeah, I mean, I know they looked all right yesterday.
Well, in one half.
In one half. I was hoping we would see more from them. Mihu does go down. They've been finding good success over here towards Ivy. To be honest with you, it's a bit disappointing to me that in the entire half we haven't seen a fast play in towards either one of these sites. They've always been slow and drawn out, and I think that lends itself very well to the counterplay from VirtusPro.
Especially with Orps.
Ooh, hang on a minute. Solo, he snuck by. Neo, he's got no clue. The timing. Oh, that's so perfect. He's just going to slip on by. And now you have got Solo in the backline, which is massive, but if the bomb gets dropped, that's what you're going to see some problems emerge, especially if MVP don't pick up the pace. Solo does manage to find Neo. Now it's a 2-on-2. Neo's going to be left scratching his head as to how Solo got there. Pasha and Bialy make their way in. Solo's gone aggressive into connector. It's all on Pasha. 1 versus 2. Solo, here's the footstep. Actually going to incendiary him off. This now leaves him to take the fight with Zeph.
I don't think he knew where the
bomb
bomb was.
Yeah, he didn't know the bomb was there. Zeph flashes out. Pasha's just going to wait. Taps the defuse. Zeph takes the peek. Pasha finds the first. He's going to keep holding it. Solo kicks in as well. Shuts him down, and that will be a 3rd round for MVP.
Yeah, at least giving themselves a little bit of a lifeline towards the end of that. And I like the rotation there from Solo all the way back to come in from behind. They don't expect the same angle for the second player. And even still, it's such a dominating half from VirtusPro. Lots of rounds strung together and just pretty much able to bring themselves where they win the pistol, and this first map is over. And you have to bear in mind, this is also the pick of MVP, so it's quite a scary prospect, really, that they have been this dominant.
Yeah, it does look good heading into the second half.
Oh, no, it's not. Never mind.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Either way, they've still picked the map that VirtusPro wanted to play yesterday, so it's sort of the same prospect, really. Wow, look at those odds. A 16.57 to 1. and a 1.01. Oh, you can make a lot of money off that. You put in £1, you get £1 and a penny.
Yeah, but I mean, if you
put in £1 million,
yeah, exactly, right?
It's like no one's
just throw a couple of bitcoins on VirtusPro.
You make a bit. You won't make a huge amount.
Well,
won't make as much as you, of course.
Ooh, solo. That's a nice shot. Bialy has fallen. And VP, man down, but Snacks, how's he been allowed to get so far out? No one spotted him. He's pushed all the way up, and now it's Solo, the only man who stands between VP and the site. Going to miss a couple of shots. You can't afford to, but Snacks has gone down as well. Pasha's going to get the bomb down. Solo might actually take this round. Solo finally going to fall at the hands of Pasha. Bomb ticking down. Hugh going to be in with another. They do lose Neo over here and Pop Dog, though. Now the 2 remaining players trying to keep an eye on this bomb. So I'm going to go ahead and drop one. Pasha does manage to get rid of him. 1 versus 2. Pasha tapping away. HSK's on the defuse. Pasha out in the open, going to fall at the hands of Zeph and MVP. They will manage to find the pistol here in the second half.
Yeah, they've created that lifeline for themselves. VP, they don't really have any reason to force into this round. Like, you see a couple of teams go for like the risky AK drop and then like try and juggle some weapons around to force into this one. They have absolutely no reason to. And this spy is very interesting from the CT side. Now, normally you play it fairly safe when you know that AKs are coming in the next round, or there's the chance to buy into this one. Instead, they've got 3 MP9s, a P90, which no one should ever buy the P90. It's just atrocious. And yeah, and then a Phalanx. So they got the chance to make some money against these unarmored players. And well, the P90 will just be an absolute shredder versus them. But it's going into the next round that I worry a little bit for MVP, because there's going to be AK-47s, obviously head armor on every single player. They're going to have to play some very aggro sort of style. Now, if they do manage to win that round, okay, they'll make a hell of a lot of money and pick up a lot of AKs. I just think that considering the scoreline, this is a crazy risk to take.
Well, Solo's P90. It's over here towards Ivy. Now, we don't see this picked up all too often, but Solo's able to get himself 3 with it. Snack's going to fall at the end. Solo's really going to have to keep rolling, though, with the P90, which, you know, isn't really what you'd want to have. 12-5, but now that first buy comes in for VirtusPro. And for MVP, it is an attempt at the bonus round. You do have HSK on the AWP, the rest of them with SMGs. Admire the confidence of them here, going for the bonus round. Already aggression being taken over towards Pop Dog. There's they try to batten down the hatches here early on, deny VP this stretch of land. Oh, Solo's going up. They're not ready. No one's keeping an eye on it. How have you let him get so far? That's the bomb dropped. Miho hasn't even turned around yet. Does finally find him. Solo is going to fall. So now we're back into a 4-on-4. Do they expect Zeph? Glow's gone aggressive at B. He's actually snuck all the way up past Pasha. And Pasha's going to now be faced with an awkward decision. Does he keep going? Does he turn back around to help? He's going to keep pushing in and he finds Zine. So it pays off as Snacks drops out. The remaining man that was on B, HSK promptly falls as well. It's all on Zeph, and he is actually in the back line. He snuck past Bialy. Snacks has got the bomb down. Zeph creeping in. He knows he's got Snacks. He's just going to go for the bomb, I think. He's cleared all this out. Everyone's so far away from VirtusPro. Zeph's going to let it tick on down. They think he's saving. Bialy is within earshot. Snacks anticipates that maybe there's someone around the site. And he does have his eye on it. Zeph has to make his mind up. Saving here is not going to work. He's going to start to creep on in. Snacks Must have spotted him there. The smoke goes down. Snax misses the shot. Zeph's on the defuse. He just manages to get it.
No, so close. Oh, I feel really bad for him. That was so smart. Just waiting till the last few seconds, hoping that everybody thought that he was saving that gun and just go hunting for it. I think Bialy also realized of this possibility that somebody had got past him, because he starts running back towards the site before he even taps the bomb. So clearly the jig was up, but now MVP are left into a forced situation. Actually, the T's gonna go for a deagle here. Now, Pasha could have dropped maybe a UMP or something, but clearly Neo happy with the deag. On the other side of things, barely any utility, but they do still have that AWP in play. Solo will spot the players early, but will already be forced out of position and calls for a rotation from Zyne to help him out. But look at the damage already done. Snax and Neo, both low on HP. Now, Neo doesn't actually have too much to play with. He's got a decent amount of utility, but only a deagle. Snax, on the other hand, has the AWP. Molotov will be in. A second Molotov, just going to start the cookery show that is Zeph's position in Pop Dog. Solo looking to try and push around the edge of that smoke. Mihu will find the opener. Both players now watching towards that smoke. Will deny more, and already HSK tag low. Mihu gets his third kill of the round. Finally, the awakening of the young talent in VirtusPro, leaving just Zeph and Glow remaining. Such a critical round, as well as they'll only have 1900 into the next. This could be the beginning of the end for MVP, unless these two players can step up big. That's the bomb. That's the bomb all the way around in CT. Glow actually gets a second. His teammate has some information, but other than that, there shouldn't be any more hope. Zeph just praying that they go back down Pop Dog instead. It will be the push in towards the B site. Bomb is going to be planted for VirtusPro, and unless we see some more Ninja Defuse heroics attempted, and I don't know how he'd do it this time, it is going to be the round to VirtusPro. 14-5, and now things get even more tricky for MVP. They were bad as it was, but now they don't have the money either. They're only going to get 1900 into the next round. At least they've retrieved the AWP. That's a small silver lining, but I think Neo may have heard it getting picked up and will know that his opponent is just going to go and try and save that gun.
Yeah, and I mean, they may as well go hunting for him. They're feeling very, very confident right now. Zeph's able to pick up Bialy, so he will hold on to the AWP, and that perhaps is the most important thing.
Here we go, though. Just the singular AWP. We'll have to push in. Zeph does manage to get the opener. That's something at least for the T side. Can he get the second as well? Pasha is just around the corner. Nade will do a bit of damage and forces him into the arms of Snax. All the weaponry now gone for MVP. That small bit of hope, and Pasha pushes in to try and defend the retrieval of that AWP. Not going to be allowing it. Solo will go down, and the remaining players stacked over towards that B site will now try to rotate in. VirtusPro very likely to be hitting their 15th round right now. It's only pistols, of course. MVP did save to go into the next round with a buy, although even with the 2400, it's not going to be the best. It'll be flat rifles, maybe the odd bit of utility. Don't think they'll have enough for an AWP either. And while just one by one we see these remaining players get cleaned up, Zyne is the only player remaining. Best case scenario is he manages to steal a weapon away. Doesn't have a kit, so can't really go for anything audacious as we saw in the previous round. And Mihu is going to be there to close it. 15-5. One more round needed for VirtusPro in what has been a dominant display. But this is the last-ditch effort from the Korean side. Rifles across the board, unless Zyne wants to go for some extra utility. In fact, he will. He's going to go for MP9, maybe take a leaf out of somebody's book.
Whose book?
Ha ha!
Hey! Oh, Haha, VP 15-5 up. That's a good thing. Oh. Zeph. There was no flash for him. There it is. A little bit late, admittedly. Zeph has fallen as a result. Neo is over in Pop Dog. He's actually completely bypassing the point. No one's ready for this. It's going to go down. There's still a man up close, but Pasha drops him a quick double kill on the entry. It's all on Glow and Tom. 1v5. He's able to find Pasha. One v 4 now, a minute left as they have to go back for the bomb, but Snacks finds him, and that will be map number 1 going the way of VirtusPro. They looked good, they looked confident, and the MVP never really arrived.
No, there was next to nothing. Starting out on that T side, they only managed individual rounds and were constantly being reset. The money never really picked up other than just the amount of rounds that they lost in a row, and by that point, double AWP setup came in. They were still going for a lot of really slow pushes, and it just played into the hands of Snacks. Snacks ended at the top of the board. I think it was like something like 24 and 8, just